Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my August favorites for you. I've never done a monthly favorites video before, but I was sort of looking around all my stuff and I was like, I've been loving a few things this month, so I just want to share them with you guys. The first thing I've been really loving is a couple products from Becca. The first one is their backlight priming filter. I saw this primer all over YouTube and I was like, that looks amazing, but it was mainly people with dry skin using it, and I was like, oh, I have combination skin, so I was very unsure if this would actually work for me, and I am here to tell you that this does work for combination skin. At least on me it did. I put this on before my foundation. Obviously, it's a foundation primer, and it just embodies the most beautiful glow. But then once you put your foundation over the top, and mind you, I do put more of a matte foundation over the top, it just looks incredible. And I do not find that this makes me oily throughout the day at all. I don't find myself getting greasy, and it does keep my makeup on for longer than if I did not use a primer. The next product I wanted to show you guys is the Liquid Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone. I've been using this in conjunction with that primer, and I basically just pat it all like around my temple, on my cheekbone area, and I use it under foundation. I've tried it over foundation too, but I definitely prefer it underneath foundation just to add a bit of an extra glow where you want it. I do avoid the middle of my face with this because I do have larger pores there, and this will emphasize pores if you put it there, but I think this would be perfect for someone that doesn't like that super intense highlight. They just want a very natural, subtle highlight. And believe it or not, I have days where I'm just going for a natural look and I don't really want to look like I'm wearing any makeup, but I want my skin to look like it is naturally glowing. This is so incredible. I'm going to show you guys a little bit. It looks very similar to the primer. Focus. It looks very similar to the primer, but it's definitely got more of a highlight thing going on. All right, the next thing I have to show you guys is the foundation. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I just did a first impression on this. I think I filmed it maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago now when you're seeing this. And I can honestly tell you I am in love, head over heels with this foundation. It is, I just can't say enough good things about it. I use the shade 220. I did also get the shade 120, but I find that's a little bit too orangey. But the shade 220 is perfect. It's matte, but it's not too matte. So it's sort of that demi matte, and it stays on for a good 10 hours on me. Bear in mind, I do powder and setting spray and all that, but I would do that regardless of what foundation I was wearing. So yeah, and it blends like a dream. You can layer it up, so you can layer it like 2 layers if you want a more flawless look, or you can just do 1 layer, which is what I do when I want a really natural, no makeup kind of effect. And oh, it's cheap, you guys. This is cheap. If you have combination skin, even oily skin, I would say check this out. Dry skin, I think it would work on, but if you have patches, like dry patches on your face, stay away because it will cling to them. But oh, I'm in love with this foundation, and that's saying a lot because I normally don't go for drugstore foundation. What have you got to lose? I think this is like 20 bucks in Australia. Try it out. It's phenomenal. The next thing is another Becca product, and this, believe it or not, is the first shimmering skin perfector from Becca that I've tried. This is Opal. How gorgeous is this? Honestly, when I got it, I was like, I don't know if it's going to be too dark, but this is a little bit more of a goldy highlight compared to Mary Lou, but I love this one. It's very similar and very comparable to the Mary Luminizer from the Balm, which you guys know is my #1 favorite highlight ever. But I find this one is a little bit more golden. So if I'm going for a lot more of a bronzy golden look, I'll choose this one. These highlighters are literally like butter. When you put your finger in them, they are so smooth. And that's honestly how they go onto your face. I have heard people say in the past that the Becca highlighters are really intense, and they are intense, but I find Mary Luminizer more intense, but it just depends what you're after. This one is still super intense, don't get me wrong. I mean, look at it. It's very pigmented, so a little does go a long way. You can build it up for a blinding glow, which is my preference. But if you like just a very subtle glow, you can just put on a little bit and you'll be good to go. Another thing that is a monthly favorite, and I'm kind of embarrassed showing you guys this because it's really dirty. I just filmed this makeup look, so that's why the Beauty Blender is filthy. But I have been loving blending in foundation with a Beauty Blender, and previously I really wasn't a fan of actually applying foundation with a Beauty Blender. I would always do it with a brush and then go over it with a Beauty Blender. But I've just been loving the way this applies foundation, particularly with the Matte and Poreless foundation. I'm so sorry about my phone. Let me just put that on silent. Just my sister asking my mum to get taco stuff. Great, tacos. This applies foundation seamlessly, especially with your more heavier matte foundations. Not that the Matte and Poreless is very heavy, but even with the Marc Jacobs foundation, which I have right here with this one, the Remarkable foundation, it just blends it out and it blurs the edges and you get this beautiful, smooth, full coverage look, but it doesn't look cakey because, as you can see, the Beauty Blender soaks up excess product, but I don't find that it soaks up too much product that I'm like, this is just eating all my foundation. So love, love, love the Beauty Blender. I have been loving lip gloss this month. I've been loving lip gloss this month. And I've got 3 of my favorites to share with you. The first one is from Dose of Colors. This is their Undressed Gloss. I find this to be just one of the most beautiful peachy glosses ever. It's more of a peachy beige. I'll show you guys a closer up swatch once I do the other 2. But these glosses are just so full coverage. They're pigmented. I tend to put on a little and then pat it out with my fingers. Amazing, and they are very, very glossy too, and they do last a fair while on the lips for a gloss, and it is not sticky. Sorry, I feel like I'm just trying to fit so much in. I'm just so excited about these products that I need to take a second. The next one is by Kylie Cosmetics. This is her Poppin' Gloss, and can you see that? It's so shimmery and metallic. This is the only shimmery gloss I have to show you guys, but it's a gold. It's a very warm, peachy gold. I'm gonna get a fair swatch on my hand to show you guys. I prefer to wear this one over the top of lipstick, whereas the other 2 I'm fine to wear on their own. But because this one is more of a gold and it's slightly on the sheer side, I prefer to apply like a creamy nude lipstick and then apply this over the top. And it just makes your lips look huge because it has those pearls in it. It just does the whole plumping thing. And then last gloss I have to share with you is another Kylie gloss. I'm obsessed with her gloss formula. It is called So Cute. This is her lightest shade. So here's a close-up swatch of all of those. So that is Dose of Colors Undressed, Kylie Cosmetics Poppin', which was limited edition for her birthday, but I know so many people got their hands on it. And that is So Cute gloss, and you can see they're all very, very glossy, which I love. I have to mention this because if you've watched any of my recent makeup tutorials, you'll just see me using the same colors for my brow bone and transition, and they are both out of the Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette. And monthly favorites are definitely China White and Courtney, and also Black Rainbow, because this is just the best for using as eyeliner. Courtney, it's just the most perfect transition shade to blow out your eyeshadow, whatever you're doing, even if it's a natural look. I use Courtney. If I'm doing a dramatic as hell look, I use Courtney. If I'm dreaming, I'm using Courtney. So it's a great color, and the formula is butter. His matte formula, I think, is my favorite. It's super buttery, super pigmented, and it just blends on really smooth. I have never had this eyeshadow go patchy on me, so big thumbs up. And then China White is just the most incredible brow bone highlight ever because it's a white, so you do get that really highlighted effect. It is gonna do something as a highlighter, but it's not stark white that you're gonna look silly like you've got face paint underneath your eyebrows, you know what I'm saying? Lily Lashes, these are just a dream come true to me. These were the first brand of like mink premium eyelashes I tried. I'm wearing Miami right now, which is hands down my favorite style. It's so wispy and fluffy, and you can still see your eyeshadow underneath it, but it's just, if you've ever tried Lily Lashes, you know what I'm talking about. They're freaking amazing. Go and try them. And then the other two styles I have here are Goddess. Goddess is my favorite for a really natural kind of wispy look. Like, they're not anywhere near as dramatic as Miami or the other style I'm going to show you. The other style I have here is Tease, and these are a little bit more full and a little bit more spiky than than Goddess. And Miami is on my eyeballs right now. Two more things to show you, and this is actually a skincare product. This is from Caudalie, and this is their Venosource Serum SOS Thirst Quenching Serum. I don't know. Caudalie is a French brand. You can buy it in Sephora, and Sephora just opened up here on the Gold Coast at Pacific Fair, which I am so excited about. Every time I go there, I'm straight to Sephora. Like, I'm already a Black Card member, and I think I've been there like 3 times now, so no shame. Caudalie Venosource Serum is incredible. It's very, it has a very lightweight, watery texture, but it hydrates like nothing else. Like, I can seriously tell if I don't use this, because my skin won't be anywhere near as smooth or plumped out or hydrated. It's so good. Caudalie is just such a good brand, and Sephora always gives samples as well. So if you don't want to spend the money on a full size straight up, if you don't know if you're going to like it or whatever, go and get a sample. That's actually how I discovered this, because on the opening of Sephora, they were giving out so many samples, and I was like, yeah, okay, like I've got tons of samples. And I got home and I tried this and I was like, next Sephora trip, that's mine. And she's almost empty actually. You can't really tell because I've just kind of shaken it up, but it's like only to here. So next time I go, I'm gonna have to repurchase that one. The final thing I have here is actually a hand cream. This is the Garnier Intensive 7 Days SOS Repairing Hand Balm with L-Bifidus. And this is the shea butter one. It's hypoallergenic and it's for extra dry, cracked hands. This is really gross, but in the winter, my hands literally go like crocodile skin. They are so flaky, and they literally get to the point where they'll crack across the knuckles or across here and they will bleed. Like, it's disgusting. And I remember ages ago I had this hand cream and it worked like nothing else. But for some reason I haven't been able to find it in any of my local price lines, which is where I normally buy it. So I actually went online and I ordered like 5 of these, no joke, because they're so cheap online, like $5 a tube. And within 3 days, I'm not even kidding you, within 3 days of me using this hand cream, my hands were smooth, they were hydrated, they were back to looking like normal hands again. So if you're like me and you get really, really cracked, disgusting, crocodile dry hands to the point where it's actually uncomfortable to move your hand like this, order this online or go and find it somewhere. I promise you, it's super, super cheap and it is worth every single cent. It is amazing. So I'm slightly out of breath now because that's just how I get when I'm really excited about things, but what can you do? That's all of my monthly favorites for the month of August. I cannot believe we're almost in September. It's slightly freaking me out a little bit, but you know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give this video a thumbs up if you would like me to continue to do monthly favorites. Are they something that you're interested in? Let me know. I might not do them every month if I don't have things to show you every month, but if I do have a little collection of things that have been standing out to me over a period of time, I will definitely show them to you. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That way you will not miss out on any of my future videos. They will go straight into your subscription box every Friday. And also give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother...